My child, stop and listen. This is not just another message. Heaven had been trying to reach you, but your heart had been too heavy to hear me. You felt something stirring, something unusual in your spirit. That wasn't your imagination. That was me. I sent two spirits from heaven to guide you, to protect you, to warn you. But you've been distracted. You've been too busy, too hurt, too tired to notice. I am speaking to you now, clearly. Don't ignore this. Don't scroll past this message. Your future, your peace, your next move depends on what I'm about to say. I have sent help from heaven, but you must listen with your spirit, not just your ears. You are not alone in what you're going through. Even when it feels like everyone has left you, even when the silence around you feels too loud, I have been near you. I have walked beside you when no one else could understand your pain. I watched you cry when no one saw. I heard your prayers, even the ones you never spoke out loud. And I did not ignore them. I moved. I acted. I sent two spirits from heaven, one to give you wisdom, the other to cover you with protection. But you haven't recognized them. You felt moments where something inside told you, don't go there. You've had moments where everything in you said, wait. Don't speak. Don't trust that person. But you didn't know it was me speaking through my spirit of wisdom. You thought it was just your thought. But it was a divine warning. It was my voice. There were days you felt sudden peace while crying. There were nights where you should have broken down completely, but somehow you found strength. That was not your own strength. That was my spirit of protection. I wrapped you in my covering. I sent my presence to defend you when the enemy had plans to break you. There were battles you never saw. There were traps you never walked into, not because you were lucky, but because I blocked them. Because I send help. Because I am your Father. But now I must speak to you directly. Why are you ignoring my warnings? Why do you keep doubting when I have been showing you what's real and what's not? Why do you still give your time and energy to things I already told you to walk away from? Why do you stay around people who drain you, knowing they are not sent by me? I showed you the truth. I revealed their hearts. I gave the method to follow. You asked for answers, and I gave them. But you close your eyes again. Why, my child? I am not angry with you. I love you too deeply. But I am warning you again because what's coming next requires full attention. You cannot afford to miss another warning. The enemy has been watching you. He's been looking for ways to pull you back into what I pulled you out of. He's been trying to wear you down, hoping you'll give in. But what he didn't count on was the protection I've placed around you. The spirits I sent are still here, but they need your agreement. They need your obedience. You can't keep saying you trust me while ignoring my voice. You can't pray for direction and then walk your own way. My child, your destiny is too precious to treat casually. I have set things in motion. I am aligning people, places, and moments just for you. I am putting answers in the right places. But you must be in position to receive them. Say, I rest in your promises if you're holding on to His word. Stop moving based on your fear. Stop making decisions out of loneliness. Stop going back to broken places just because they feel familiar. I'm calling you to something higher, something greater. And the road ahead requires that you let go of what's no longer part of your story. You have cried, Lord, why do I feel stuck? But I say to you, because you have been ignoring my gentle voice. I nudged you to stay still, but you ran. I told you to wait, but you left. I warned you through dreams, through delay, through discomfort, but you didn't see it as me. You saw it as disappointment. You saw it as rejection, but it was protection. There are some blessings I held back, not to punish you, but to save you. There are some relationships I ended not because I wanted to hurt you, but because I knew they would destroy you later. There were some doors I shut, and you cried in front of them. But I smiled because I knew what was on the other side. And now, I am opening new doors. But you must be able to recognize them. You must be able to hear me when I say, go, and when I say, wait. The spirit of wisdom is still with you. Listen closely. You will begin to feel it again. In your conversations, in your thoughts, in the small things. When something feels wrong, it is my spirit saying, pay attention. When something feels peaceful, even if it doesn't make sense, that is my spirit saying, this is me. Do not ignore that. The spirit of protection is still with you. That sudden delay, that broken plan, that last minute change, it's not always the enemy. Sometimes it is me, pulling you away from what would have crushed your soul. You see only one part of the story, but I see it all. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I see what you don't. Trust me again. My child, the enemy has been trying hard. He's whispered lies in your ear. He's tried to make you feel forgotten. He's tried to convince you that nothing will ever change. But he's a liar. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are not defeated. The fact that you are still standing, still breathing, still fighting, that is proof of my power in your life. The enemy tried to destroy you, but I protected you. And now I speak this clearly. Within the next few days, I will show you confirmation. I will send a sign that is personal to you. You will know it is me. You will feel my peace. You will hear my voice. But when I speak, don't delay. Obey. You have been asking for answers, they are coming. You have been asking for change, it is already moving. You have been asking for peace, I am releasing it now. But my instruction remains. Stay close to me. Don't get ahead of me. Don't let people, fear, or timing push you into places I didn't send you. My child, I love you. I have been patient. But the time has come for you to rise. You cannot stay in fear. You cannot stay stuck. Your purpose is greater than your pain. What I have prepared for you is worth every tear you cried. Every delay had a reason. Every closed door had a purpose. And every lonely night is about to make sense. Don't ignore this warning. Don't silence my voice with your distractions. I am speaking now. The spirits I sent are watching, guarding, guiding. Stay in prayer. Stay in position. Your breakthrough is not far, it's closer than you think. Now take a breath and listen again. I am with you. I am for you. I have been before you. And nothing the enemy has done will stop what I am about to do next. You have carried so much for so long. Not just burdens, but questions. Not just sorrow, but silence. You've wondered if I still speak, if I still lead, if I still move in your life. And I tell you now, I never stopped. I was the one who carried you when your strength gave out. I was the one who covered your mind when thoughts came in like storms. I was the one who placed invisible barriers between you and danger when you didn't even know what was coming. You may have forgotten those moments, but I didn't. I kept record of every situation where I stepped in, even when you thought I was quiet. You were never walking through this alone. You may have felt unseen by others, but not by me. My eyes have never left you, not for a second. Remember the day you wanted to give up, but something told you to keep going. It wasn't something. That was the Spirit I sent to strengthen you. That voice that interrupted your spiral of thoughts, that was wisdom whispering, "This is not the end." That sense that told you not to trust that voice or to walk away from that decision, that was my mercy guarding you from the trap that had been set. You said, "Lord, why is life so heavy?" And I say to you, because you've been walking without leaning on me. You've carried things you were never meant to carry alone. I never asked you to figure it all out. I only asked you to follow me. But too often, you followed your fears. You followed people who didn't know me. You followed emotions that changed by the hour. I know you meant well. I know you just wanted to feel something familiar. But now I am shifting your steps. I am realigning your journey. The warnings I gave you weren't meant to scare you. They were meant to save you. They were messages of mercy. The two spirits I sent, wisdom and protection, were not only there to prevent harm, but to prepare the way for your promise. When you dismissed those uneasy feelings, you missed the first whisper. When you silenced your spirit with noise, you missed the second. But I didn't stop speaking. I have sent this message to reach you one more time. This is not a coincidence. This is not a random video. This is a divine interruption. I am trying to get your attention because something greater is near. What's coming is not like what you've known. You cannot move into the next chapter with the same mindset. You cannot carry old habits into new territory. And you cannot afford to be spiritually asleep. There is a reason things feel unfamiliar lately. I am calling you higher. Uneasiness you feel around certain people, it's not judgment. It's discernment. That sudden pull away from a path you thought you wanted, it's not confusion. It's redirection. I am guiding your steps so you do not walk into what was never meant to carry your name. The delay you're experiencing is not denial. It is divine timing. If I gave you what you asked for before you were ready, it would not bless you, it would crush you. So I withheld it for your own safety. Now, I am working behind the scenes, not just changing things for you, but also changing you for the things I have planned. But my child, you must be alert. You must be watchful. You must listen. The enemy is still whispering, still watching, still trying to draw you back. His plan is not creative, it's repetitive. He's trying to use the same distractions, the same people, the same cycles to pull you off course. But the difference now is you know better. You've heard my voice before. You felt my leading. And deep down, you already sense what I'm telling you now. Dear friends, if our videos have ever touched your heart or brought you closer to God, please support our mission through super thanks below. Your kindness means the world to us. God bless you abundantly. Don't excuse things that I already told you to leave. Don't justify staying where my peace has already left. Don't keep planting seeds where the soil is poisoned. I have new land for you. I have prepared new places for you to flourish. But you must take your feet off the places I never sent you to. The two spirits I assigned to you are still near. Wisdom will help you recognize what is from me and what is not. He will speak in the stillness. It will come like a quiet thought, like a sudden pause in your spirit. Don't brush it off. Listen. Protection will surround you like a shield. It will stand between you and the enemy's arrows. You may never see the full extent of the warfare that has raged around you, but know this: you were covered. At near accident, at sudden change of plans, the door that shut before you entered, that was my covering, that was my hand. You've cried out, God, do you even care about me? And I say to you now, I cared when no one else did. I cared when you were forgotten. I cared when others only saw your outside, but never knew the battles within. I cared enough to stop this moment and speak directly to you now. You've asked, when will things finally shift? And I say, when you finally listen fully. When you begin to trust what I'm showing you, even if it's unfamiliar. When you start obeying before understanding. That's when things will change. That's when doors will open that no one can shut. You must understand, your next steps are sacred. You are not just wandering anymore, you are being led. Every day now matters. Every decision counts. You are entering a season where alignment is more important than opportunity. Just because something looks good doesn't mean it's from me. I will give you peace, not pressure. I will confirm it, not confuse you. I will guide you gently, not forcefully. That's how you will know it's me. But I will also test your willingness. I will allow quiet seasons to see if you will still seek me. I will allow unanswered prayers for time to draw your heart back to mine. Not to break you, but to build you deeper. Because what's ahead is weighty, and you must be rooted, not just excited. So now I ask you, will you trust me again? Will you give me your full yes, not just in words, but in actions? Will you slow down long enough to hear me clearly? Will you allow the spirits I sent to lead you, instead of following emotions that keep changing? This is not just about breakthrough. This is about becoming who I created you to be. And now I say, within the next few days, I will begin to show you things clearly. I will begin to reveal who is truly for you. I will remove what's been sent to distract you. I will lift the fog from your mind. I will bring fresh confirmation, and you will know it was me. But don't delay. Don't ignore this again. Let go of what's fighting for your attention, but not feeding your purpose. I have more for you. Greater is ahead. Your name is being called in places you haven't walked into yet. Your obedience will open the door. You've been walking with questions, carrying a heart full of thoughts you haven't spoken to anyone. Not because you didn't want to, but because you didn't know how to explain what you've been feeling. It's not just sadness, and it's not just sweat. It's deeper than that. It's the weight of unspoken disappointments. It's the ache of expectations that never became reality. It's the quiet frustration of trying to stay strong when you feel tired in places no one sees. But I see it all. I see where you've been holding back tears just to keep going. I see the moments where you smile in public but feel empty when you're alone. I see the way your mind has been fighting to stay focused when everything around you feels unstable. I see when you try to encourage others while secretly wondering if your own breakthrough is ever coming. And I want you to know this: you haven't missed your moment. You haven't fallen behind. You haven't been forgotten. What you're walking through is not punishment, it's preparation. I have allowed this stretching so that when I place what I promised in your hands, you will be strong enough to carry it. You've been praying for change. You've asked me to shift your life, open doors, release answers. And I heard every word. But before I move the outside, I'm working inside of you. I'm building something stable, something rooted. Because where I'm taking you, shaky faith won't survive. Emotion-based choices won't hold. You must be built on truth on me. That's why you felt pressure in your soul. That's why certain things that used to comfort you no longer satisfy. I'm shifting your appetite. I'm changing your surroundings. I'm disconnecting you from what cannot stay in the next season. Not because I want you to suffer, but because I want you to grow. Growth is not always loud. Sometimes it feels like silence. Sometimes it feels like separation. But what feels like isolation is actually divine instruction. You're not being left behind. You're being called forward. I'm pulling you away from the noise so you can finally hear me clearly. I need you to stop doubting what I've placed inside you. Stop second-guessing the anointing I gave you. Stop shrinking around people who don't understand your call. I didn't create you to blend in. I set you apart for a reason. You're not supposed to fit in everywhere. You're not meant to stay where people only love the version of you that's convenient. I'm calling out the boldness in you. The power, the purpose. Yes, you've been tested. Yes, things have felt uncertain. But I have not abandoned you. This is part of the shaking. I'm shaking everything that's not built on me so that what remains will be unshakable. I know you've had to let go of things you wanted to keep. I know you had to walk away from people you love. I know it hasn't been easy to watch others move forward while you felt stuck. But you were never standing still. I was anchoring you. I was hiding you. I was protecting you from premature exposure. Because what I'm doing in you is sacred. I'm growing you in secret before I reveal you in the open. I'm refining your spirit so that when I elevate you, nothing can pull you down. I'm giving you the kind of peace that doesn't break under pressure. The kind of wisdom that isn't shaken by opinions. The kind of clarity that isn't confused by noise. That's why I keep calling you to deeper waters. I want you to stop settling for shallow prayers. I want you to stop surviving off of yesterday's faith. I want you to wake up your hunger again. Return to the place where you listened for my voice before anyone else's. Return to the quiet place where it was just me and you. I never left that place. I've been waiting. The enemy has been trying to convince you that I'm far away. He's been trying to make you believe that you're overlooked. But he's a liar. Every time you thought I was silent, I was working. Every time you felt overlooked, I was preparing your name to be called. Every moment you thought was wasted, I was writing into your story. I'm restoring time. I'm redeeming what you lost. I'm bringing purpose out of everything the enemy tried to destroy. And listen to me closely now. I'm not just answering your prayers. I'm doing something bigger than you expected. I'm turning what was meant for harm into a foundation of blessing. I'm taking the areas where you felt most rejected and making them the place where you will be most favored. I'm taking the season that tried to break you and using it to launch you. But this requires your agreement. You cannot keep walking halfway with me. You cannot keep saying yes with your mouth while your heart stays tied to old places. I'm asking for all of you not because I want control, but because I want to give you something better than what you're holding on to. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of the pressure to fix what only I can change. Let go of the fear that keeps whispering, "What if it doesn't happen?" I hold the outcome. I hold the timing. I hold your name in rooms you haven't entered yet. Comment, "You are my light." Jesus, if he led you out of darkness. The spirits I sent, wisdom and protection, are still moving with you. They are whispering to you even now. Listen for the stillness. Pay attention to the nudges. I speak in ways you don't always expect. A delay can be my voice. A closed door can be my protection. A sudden shift in your heart can be me redirecting you. You don't have to figure it all out. Just walk with me. Just trust me one more time. Because what's coming is not small. What I'm preparing for you is beyond what you imagined. I'm not only restoring, I'm increasing. I'm not just fixing what was broken, I'm giving you something brand new. But you must stay near. You must stay ready. And above all, you must believe again. Your story isn't finished. Your best days are not behind you. The tears you've cried have watered the ground where your blessing is about to bloom. You've been holding your breath in life, waiting, hoping, watching days go by while wondering if anything is truly changing. You've stood in rooms smiling while your spirit whispered, "God, is there more than this?" I heard you. I didn't miss that silent prayer. You didn't say it out loud, but your heart was calling me, and I answered. I've been working while you've been waiting. I've been shifting things in the unseen that your eyes have not yet caught. You thought nothing was happening, but under the surface, roots have been growing. Foundations have been forming. The delay you feared was actually time I used to build something solid beneath you. You don't see it yet, but soon you will. There's been a longing inside you, a kind of spiritual hunger you can't explain. Even when things are going fine on the outside, something deeper keeps stirring. You feel the pull for something greater, something more meaningful, something real. That stirring is not confusion, it's calling. That unease is not punishment, it's awakening. I'm waking up the deeper parts of you that have been buried under survival. You had to keep going even when your energy ran out. You stayed quiet when your heart wanted to scream. You stayed faithful even when it felt like the heavens were silent. That kind of endurance is not ordinary. That strength didn't come from you alone, it came from me. I gave you what you needed each day, even when you didn't feel it. I've seen how you push through. I've seen how you show up for others when your own soul feels drained. I've watched you give when no one knew how much it cost you. That is not unnoticed. Heaven has watched every act of obedience, every moment of kindness, every tear you wiped in secret. I will repay. I am faithful to honor what others overlook. I'm not just restoring the things you lost. I'm rewarding the things you gave. The love you gave freely, the trust you extended to people who didn't protect it, the support you offered without getting it back. I saw it all. And I'm the God who remembers. I also know how tired you've been. Not just physically, but in your soul. It's not just about exhaustion, it's the weariness of unanswered questions. The waiting that stretched too long. The wondering if what I promised is still coming. Yes, it is. And I haven't changed my mind about you. My promise is still alive. Even when you doubted yourself, I still believed in what I planted inside of you. Even when you tried to walk away from the call, I held you close. That's why certain doors wouldn't open for you, not because you were unworthy, but because they didn't belong to your assignment. I closed some paths so you wouldn't settle in places I never intended you to stay. There is something sacred about the season you're entering now. This is more than just a turning point, this is a divine moment. You're about to walk into answers. And not just answers for your situation, but answers for your identity. I'm about to show you why the last chapter had to happen. I'm about to show you what I was protecting you from. I'm about to show you who you truly are when the noise fades and the dust settles. But you must walk closely now. You can't afford to drift. You can't afford to entertain voices that pull you away from me. I am requiring a deeper surrender, not because I want control, but because I want your healing to be whole. I don't just want to patch up what's broken. I want to make it new. It means I'm removing some things. I'm disconnecting you from what numbed your spirit. I'm separating you from what kept you busy but didn't feed your purpose. Don't resist what I'm clearing. Don't run back to what I've already shut down. I'm not just moving you out, I'm moving you forward. There are people I'm calling into your life who will speak to your spirit, not just your situation. I'm aligning divine conversations, divine connections, divine covering. I'm bringing you into the company of those who won't drain you but sharpen you. Those who will recognize your anointing, not compete with it. And this time, you won't have to prove your worth to be loved. You won't have to shrink yourself to be accepted. What's ahead for you is peace that flows deep, not surface-level comfort, but a rooted stillness. Peace that will not leave you when things shake. Peace that stays in the middle of transition. Peace that anchors you when you can't see the full picture. Because I am the one holding the picture. You only see a piece, but I hold the full design. I'm weaving together what seemed scattered. I'm tying together what seemed disconnected. What looked like loss was a setup for alignment. What looked like the end was the start of something new. Nothing has been wasted. Even your silent seasons had purpose. And now I need you to do this. Trust my timing again. Not your own. Not the world's. Not other people's. Mine. You've been tempted to rush things just to feel progress. But movement without direction leads to exhaustion. I don't just want you to move, I want you to move with me. That's why I've been teaching you patience. That's why I've slowed things down, not to punish you, but to protect you. Because when I move, things will happen fast. When the doors open, they will open wide. When the answers come, they will come with clarity. And I don't want you to miss it by being distracted or halfway ready. I want your heart focused, your mind clear, your spirit open. So, my child, stay close. Keep seeking me. Don't be pulled by pressure. Don't let noise drown my voice. I'm still speaking, and I'm still leading. The spirit of wisdom will help you recognize what is from me. The spirit of protection will keep guarding your path. But your obedience is the key. You must respond. You must move when I say move. You must stop when I say wait. That's how you will remain covered. That's how you will avoid unnecessary detours. I'm still doing what I promised. Don't lose hope now. You're closer than you think. I'm about to release insight that changes your direction. I'm about to uncover opportunities you didn't even pray for. And I'm about to remind you once again that I have never left your side. You've been carrying so much without even realizing it. Thoughts that circle your mind at night, memories you try to forget, and hopes you're afraid to hold on to because you've been let down before. I know the thoughts you hide. I know the pressure behind your smile. You've mastered how to look strong, how to keep going, how to keep showing up, yet deep inside, there's been a quiet ache that you've never really named. But I know it. I know every unspoken feeling you've carried. You don't need to explain anything to me. I understand even the things you don't have words for. And today, I want you to know this. I'm lifting that invisible weight off of you. That tightness in your chest. A heaviness in your soul. A constant wondering of whether things will ever be different. I'm lifting it. You've been feeling stretched, as if life is demanding more of you than you have to give. And I say to you, it's not because you're breaking, it's because I'm building you. I'm expanding your capacity. I'm strengthening your core. You've asked me for greater, but greater can't rest on a shallow foundation. So I'm digging deep. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for your loving presence in my life. Today, I come to you with an open heart, asking you to help me live in a way that pleases you. Let the fruit of your Spirit grow in me, day by day, little by little. Lord, teach me to love the way you love, kindly, patiently, and without expecting anything in return. Fill my heart with joy, not just when things aren't easy, but even when life feels uncertain. Help me to find peace in your presence, knowing that you hold every moment of my life in your hands. Give me patience, Lord, especially when I feel rushed or frustrated. Help me to wait with trust, knowing that your timing is always right. Help me to be kind, even when others are not, and to show goodness in both my words and actions. Let faithfulness grow in my heart so I can stay close to you and follow you every day. Teach me gentleness so I can speak and act with care and grace. And give me self-control, Lord, so I can make wise choices and honor you in all I do. Jesus, I want to live like you. I want people to see your light in me. Help me to represent you well in this world, not by being perfect, but by being loving, forgiving, and faithful. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for shaping me. I trust you to continue your beautiful work in me. In your holy name, I pray. Amen. Type amen and share this message, because someone else's healing might begin with your act of faith.